Hey guys, so today I want to do a video, a let's talk about balancing fitness and just motherhood in general. I was going to say balancing homeschooling and fitness, but everything that I wrote down that I wanted to say personally applies to just motherhood in general, not just homeschooling, because as moms we all have a lot on our plates. So this is not a video on weight loss or how to or any sort of fitness like exercise advice, just a chat about how we as moms balance what we've got going on and personal fitness. So everybody's fitness goals look completely different. Some it is weight loss. We got a fight going on here. I think I was saying that everybody's fitness goals are different. So for some it's weight loss, for some it's to tone up or to get back in shape following the birth of a baby, things along those lines. For me, I have always had some sort of fitness incorporated in my life. I mean, I think I was 8 years old, 8 or 9, when I started running with my dad, and my dad ran 3 to 5 miles a day, and I just went out the door one day in my blue jean shorts and tank top and ran with him. And from that point on, I loved running and I loved fitness, and it just became a part of my life. Now, I'm really thankful that I had, that my dad really, what's the word I'm looking for? He modeled that for me. So for me, it was second nature. But that's not the case for everybody. A lot of people are just becoming interested in fitness as adults or realize the need for it as parents when you can't keep up with your kids. So for me, my personal goal with fitness is always just to feel my best and to have high energy levels. And I don't work out and then check myself in the mirror every time. For me, it's just a natural part of what makes me feel my best as a parent and as a woman, and just gives me confidence. And when I see somebody who I might envy for their perfect physical appearance, I know that I'm doing what I can and that not every two bodies are the same. And as long as I'm doing what I can for myself, I should feel confident in that. And so there's my Dr. Phil session on fitness. Sorry, that's way off course. So what I have to share just are the tips that I've developed in my personal life for fitness. And I'm excited to see what others have to say, because like I said, everybody's so different. So everybody might have different bits of advice to share. So number one for me is setting realistic goals. So for myself, a realistic goal looks like finishing a set of workouts that I have planned for myself. Usually that's about 1 month. I'll make a calendar or a list of goals of workouts I want to complete. It's usually Monday through Friday for a month. And I'll have a short-term goal. So after that month, I will buy myself a new pair of shorts because I know I'll be feeling confident in them or something along those lines. For me, a realistic goal is not a weight or a size. There's a couple different reasons for that. Weight-wise, I've actually been the same weight since I was 16, but my body looks completely different. I've had 3 kids. I still weigh the same. Back then, I wore a size 2 to 4. Now I wear a size 6 to 8. It is what it is, and that's just the bottom line. So weight loss, as I build muscle, it's hard to balance an idea of weight when there are so many changes that happen in your body as a mother, and just so another goal for me is, or another thing that cannot be a goal for me is a size, and that is because no matter how hard I work out, I will never be smaller than a size 6, and that is and I'm not a 6 at the moment, so that is because of my height and just my bone structure, and having given birth to 3 children, my hips are not getting any smaller. So I can't set a size goal because that's just unrealistic. I can't make my bones change. So like I said, short-term goals for me, it is just to finish a set of workouts and do the best that I can. So my number 2 little tip would be to find a friend or a really good accountability partner. Now that's hard because I think a lot of people assume that that means you have to find somebody who wants to do the same thing as you, and that's not the case. My best friend and I for the last 5 years, I'd say, have texted one another as we set our goals, and we check in with one another every day according to those goals. So for her, she wants to work out 4 days a week. So she texts me each of those 4 days that she's worked out. If we're inching to the end of the week and I haven't heard from her a number of times, then I'll text her and say, hey, how are you doing? Sometimes it's just that she's forgotten, or forgotten to text me, and sometimes it's that she really needed a good kick in the pants to get going that week. For me, my goal is Monday through Friday, so I text her every morning, and our rule, and it's just because we've had a really close friendship since we were like 14, our rule is that we have to send a picture to prove that we worked out, because we've both been caught just saying, oh yeah, I worked out today, I walked around a lot, when in reality that was like, I went to the mall and said it was a workout. So we sent a picture of ourselves, like a selfie in our workout gear, like, hey, I did my workout for the day. And that's just the best way that we know to really honestly keep ourselves accountable. But we are not doing the same thing at all. She does some Jillian Michaels workouts and a lot of running with a stroller or bicycling, and I do a mixture of running, yoga, and different Beachbody programs. So so you don't have to be doing the same thing in order to be accountable, especially because sometimes when you're doing the same thing, you'll become competitive, and that's not like you'd compete against your best friend and have envy, but sometimes that can be discouraging if you see one person getting more results than you, and it's hard to do that at the same time. So that person has to be, though, somebody who you really trust, because when it comes down to fitness, you are pretty much laying it all out there. So if my husband were to... You don't want to what? If my husband were to text me and say, hey, have you worked out today? I would probably say, hey, get yourself dinner on the way home, because I'm not cooking. If my best friend were to text me, I might ignore her for about 10 minutes, drag my feet around, and then text her back and be like, okay, I'm doing it now. So there's a difference in who's delivering that little kick to you. So yeah, there's a difference between who's going to just make you mad and who's going to really be accountability for you. And then also, it can't be a friend. I have friends who are just way too nice, who wouldn't tell me that I needed to work out that day. So my best friend, like I said, is a good balance for me between, oh, you know, you worked so hard as a mom today, just take the day off and do a harder workout tomorrow. And okay, Abby, running out of coffee is not a good excuse to not work out, so I'm expecting a text from you in 30 minutes. So it's a good balance for me, and I'm thankful to have a friend like her. I'm sure most of you have a friend or a sister or someone who you can trust in that sense. If not, I should say that the Beachbody program, I don't work for them, I'm not a coach for them, I don't really even follow the Beachbody program, but they have accountability groups if you don't have a friend who you can check in with every day. So that's a good, you can get a coach online, and it's free. Okay. Next. Okay, the next tip I have is figuring out what's really going to work for you as far as where and when you're going to work out. I've done everything from having yearly gym memberships, which I still have one actually. I've had a gym membership for the last 7 years. And I pretty much now at this point in time only use it in the summertime, because I use that gym membership in the summer because realistically my two older kids are too old to go sit in the toddler room, and they're not in school. So if I go to the gym, they have to come with me, and that's what that's become. And like I said, for me, I have a background in running, and so up until just a couple years ago, if I wasn't able to go for a run, I really didn't know how to work out by myself, except for going to the gym. At-home workouts never really made me feel like I was getting anything done, except for the occasional few Jillian Michaels workouts. And even still, I didn't have all the equipment at home to be doing that. So I have over the years collected just a bunch of different at-home workouts that really work for me, and like I said, it's a mixture of yoga. I usually have more than 30 minutes to work out, and then an additional 30 minutes to get myself put together for the day. So usually get done in about 30 minutes. Now there's the occasional workout that's like 45 minutes long on a DVD, and if I have a chance to do it, I'll do it, and I'll just throw my hair up in a bun that day and call it a day. So those are the workouts that work for me. How I wish longer workouts would be a friend of my schedule right now. I really wish that I had the chance to go drive, meet up with a workout group and work out. That's just not in the cards for me. The sooner I accept that, the sooner I can move on and get something done. So that's where I'm at as far as that goes. You also need to know what equipment you need. So is the investment going to be worth it? As far as equipment goes, are you going to realistically be using the equipment? Is it financially right for your family? Is it going to just be a drag for you because now you're financially involved in something that you can't finish, and you don't want to have more of a negative attitude toward fitness and a positive attitude. So if you already feel like you're in the hole before you started, it's not a good way to start. Check Amazon. There's a bunch of great workout DVDs for like $5. Okay, so then timing. I might have like a different approach when it comes to when I work out, and that is because moms, you know, you don't get a shower every day sometimes, depending on the stage of life that you're in. So sometimes I try to plan my workouts back to back, and that would be a Monday night and a Tuesday morning. So I'll work out Monday evening, just do a quick rinse off in the shower, Tuesday morning, work out again, and then I can wash my hair. I don't like to wash my hair too much or it'll dry out. So then I have between Tuesday and Wednesday night that I don't work out. And do it again Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Then I can do my hair and set for another couple of days. So that's one way that you can manage the timing. Another way, and this is the way that I use most often, is I wake up in the morning, I put my workout clothes on right away along with brushing my teeth, and from that point on, my hair's still a mess, I'm still a mess, I probably haven't even washed my face. This is like a really honest video, by the way, like, oh, I don't shower and I don't wash my face. So for me, that's the push I need to say, okay, if I really want to get my day going, if I really want to be dressed and ready by the time the kids wake up, I need to work out now so that I can take a shower, get myself put together, and get going. Because realistically, once I do my hair, once I put on my makeup, once I'm all dressed and ready for the day, I'm not going to want to stop in the middle of the day and do that all over again, because I got sweaty and then have to fix myself up again. And the reason that works for me is because I have the personality of like wanting to be put together for the day. So if you could live in yoga pants all day long, then that's probably not the right approach for you, because you'd be just comfortable wearing the workout clothes. So for me, that works because I don't like feeling that way. I want to get moving with my day. And then the other timing advice I have would be, if you miss a workout early, and this kind of contradicts what I just said, but stick with me here. If you miss your morning workout or your evening workout, or however that works for you, if you have children who are still at home with you, I will try to sneak in a lunchtime workout, and that I don't feel like I'm neglecting my kids because I'm ignoring their schoolwork so I can work out. What I do is I just make them a lunch, give them their lunch, and that guarantees me 20 to 30 minutes of them eating their lunch, finishing, starting to play a little bit, that I can work out. I may or may not get the chance to take a shower until later that evening, but at least I got my workout in the middle of the day without having to like throw a TV show on for the kids. And then my last tip here would be this. My husband, he doesn't push me to work out. He's not going to ask me if I'm working out. He gives me positive encouragement all the time about working out, but he's not going to look at a workout chart and say, oh, I see you missed your workout today. But I do have a workout chart calendar thing in our pantry, in our kitchen, because I see that most often during the day. And it's like a central location in the home, and just like anything else, any other goal that you want to stick to, you keep it in a visible place. I keep it in the pantry, and that way I know that my husband is seeing it on a regular basis, so he will see if I'm moving my little sticker across the chart or not. as I'm saying this, I don't really know if he sees it or not, but mentally for me, I think, okay, somebody else in this house will know whether or not I did something. Just as if, you know, if he were to come home for the day, he may or may not know how much we got done in school that day, but I still hang up our schoolwork just so that he, you know, has that, just because it's accountability for me to know that it's visible to someone else. Not that I worry that he would say something to me negatively if it weren't completed, but it just helps me mentally to know, or just to stay on track. I just realized there was something else that I wanted to say, and I'm not sure where this is going to fit in the video, so if this seems like a really strange, this is like thrust into the middle of the video. This is like it's hours after I filmed. As I'm editing the video and looking through what I said, I realized that I missed something very important. And that is that to not be too hard on yourself. Yes, structure and accountability are all good, but recognize that motherhood is just a constant changing of seasons, and there will be seasons of life where you're not getting any sleep, and it is not healthy to wake up after 2 hours of sleep and push your body through even more torture. And there will be days when you have sick kids and you're not getting sleep, or you have nursing babies and you're not getting sleep, or you know, you're just worn down. Recognize that, and be realistic about where you are in the stage of motherhood. So I just kind of got out of that season where I was proud if I got 2 or 3 workouts in a week, because I didn't want to break my body more than I was building it. And my toddler nursed, and he just stopped nursing, honestly, at 2.5 years old, which is crazy. But up until he was about 18 months old, his nursing schedule was draining me. All of my kids came within 2 years of one another, so like I said, I was really pleased if I got 2 to 3 workouts in a week. That was just solely for the purpose of not losing myself completely in motherhood. It was almost like patting myself in the back like, oh, you're still a person, Abby. Deep down in there, you can still work out. But I really don't think that had I been working out 5 to 6 days a week at that time in life, that it would have been beneficial. So that's what I have, that's the advice I have to give, or the tips I have to share, and those are all things that are personal to me. I could rattle off 250 other tips that I've heard over the course of my fitness journey that don't apply to me but are great tips, but I'm just talking about what works for me personally in this stage of life, balancing motherhood, homeschooling, and trying to stay healthy. So if you have anything to share as far as what has helped you or what has not helped you, go ahead and comment below. I'm really looking forward to seeing what some of you have to say. Like I said, at home, I would have never guessed 10 years ago that I would be saying, oh, I do at-home workouts on DVDs, because I thought that was just like an awful idea. Maybe some of you feel that way still. Go ahead and share that below and let me know your thoughts, and maybe give us a little peek into your fitness journey as well. So thank you for chatting with us today, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say.